A 3, and a 4, and a 5. That's it. That's it. We're starting. Okay, guys? We're starting, and it's a big week. Why is it a big week? Because we're in week 10. We're in week 10. Is that extraordinary? Is that extraordinary? Guys, is that extraordinary? Guys, if I was calling a game, and it was a football game, and the guy makes a one-handed catch like Beckham did for the Giants back then, I'd go, that's an extraordinary catch. That's what I would say. And that's what's going on here. It's week 10, and we're excited because guess what? Tomorrow's Monday Night Football. It's the Miami Dolphins Super Bowl. It's the Miami Dolphins Super Bowl is tomorrow. People are like, wait, Mike, the Super Bowl isn't until the first weekend of February. Not if you're a Miami Dolphins fan. It's tomorrow because we play the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we're going to win because we're going to have a good attitude. Because if we win, it makes them worse, and it makes us still bad, and we get their draft picked. And I know a lot of you guys don't care about that information, but you needed to know, okay? You needed to know that that's what's going on today, okay? Also, Halloween is this weekend. Now, you don't have to be a fan of Halloween, but you do have to acknowledge it. Listen, we've said this before. There are some things that you're not going to be a fan of, but you still got to pay due and show respect. You got to show respect to Halloween because it shows up every year. It shows up every year. Halloween shows up every year, and it delivers. There's going to be costumes. There's going to be funny costumes. You can't tell me that you've never seen that there's not been a year in Halloween where you've seen a costume that didn't make you laugh. You're always going to get one laugh. There's always the popular costume, right? And then there's always the costume that's hacky that everybody does. But there's always one that's cute, too. There's always cute ones because people post ones of their little kids or of their pets. So Halloween delivers, whether you're a fan of it or not, whether you go out and party and act silly or not. Halloween's a fun time. Halloween's a fun time because, listen, it's hard for us because we don't want to eat bad. But, dude, Halloween gets me, dude. I've had candy already. I've had a lot of candy. But it doesn't mean that I'm not an MVP, okay? And that's why we brought the football out today, guys, because we're MVPs. All of you, in some way or another, are an MVP. Why is that, Michael? Why are all of us somehow an MVP? Well, I'll tell you why. Because you all did your job at one point or another. Now, just because you haven't left a 5-star review yet for the Takeover, does that mean that you're not an MVP? No, it doesn't mean you're not an MVP. You just slipped up. You slipped up because you didn't leave a 5-star review on the Takeover pod on Apple iTunes, Apple iMusic, Apple Musics of the Musics. Listen. I get it. Some of you guys are on Spotify, or some of you guys are on Stitcher, or some of you guys are on YouTube, or some of you guys are in a different country, or some of you guys are on a boat, or some of you guys are in an airplane, or some of you guys are on a treadmill. Doesn't matter. When you have time, find a friend who has Apple Music and leave a 5-star review, because that's what we do. If you're a team player, then you find a way to win the game, and that's what we do. Okay? Injuries are tough. Do injuries happen? Yes. Is it a part of the game? Of course it is. But can it stop us from getting good? No. Okay? If somebody's injured, next man up. So listen, if you can't leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast, then you're injured. Then you find someone that could do the job for you. And that's what we're asking for because you're an MVP and we're all MVPs. Guys, welcome back. Week 10. We're here. I had a lot of coffee. Now, I'm excited about things because this is a new Dolphins hat, by the way. I got a new Dolphins hat, and I picked this color because I can wear this all the time. Now, I love the Dolphins colors, but sometimes you can't wear their fucking teal hat with other outfits. So I can always wear this hat. And that's making moves. I make adjustments. You know, my coordinators help. You've met my offensive coordinator. You've met my special teams coordinator. You haven't met some of the other coordinators yet, and you will. And you just need to know that they're coordinators. You don't need to know their names. If you figure it out, good for you. Okay? Let's talk about negative energy. This happens sometimes. We see it in the press all the time, right? We see it. Like, for instance, people like go after Baker Mayfield a lot. And Baker Mayfield, for you youngins out there, if you don't, he's a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. He's got a bit of a he's a little arrogant, so people attack him. Sometimes they go after him. Listen, the haters are going to hate. Haters are going to hate. The guy still got to where he is. So why do we constantly in society try to bring somebody down when they got to a level of success that deserves some pat on the back? Because we don't like cocky attitudes. We don't like that, do we? Sometimes it's entertaining, though. It's entertaining that they put him in all these commercials. They put him in commercials, so he's obviously doing something right. His personality is, right? I just don't like when people are teaming up against a guy. And I feel like, listen, am I a fan of the guy? I'm not a fan of the guy. I don't dislike him. And I can't say if he's a superstar yet. But I don't like when a lot of people start teaming up on him. I mean, the guy's only like 22. And you got 40-year-old guys like verbally abusing him. There's going to be verbally abusive people in the world. Maybe you're dealing with it at work. Maybe you're dealing with it on your couch. Maybe your roommate is verbally abusive. My roommate gets verbally abused by me. But I don't mean it. But either way, I don't like that. I don't think we should team up and attack people sometimes. It's not the way we're going to win, okay? Because let's say you're going after somebody, after something they do, or you're not a fan of them. I think you keep it inside. I think it's okay to vent maybe to a closer friend. I will say this. Sometimes comics, we hang out at diners, and we'll talk some shit. We'll fucking rake up the leaves a little bit. Is that the saying? It doesn't matter. But we'll do something like that, and it's between us. We're not exerting that energy out into the world. You can't. Okay, if you're going to vent, how about this? If you're going to vent or complain, do it with your close circle, and maybe that's it. And you could be like, I don't know why this is bothering me, or you could talk about why it's bothering you, but don't let other people see you doing that, because that's just going to make people go, I don't want to be around that, because they have the winning mentality too, because maybe they heard from Coach Lenoci. So think about that. I'm just saying, it's okay to sometimes complain. It is okay to complain. People are like, we don't like complaining. I'm going to tell you right now, it is okay to complain, and it's okay to vent, but like keep it with people you're comfortable with because maybe it's therapeutic, right? Maybe it's therapeutic to like get that off your chest. So maybe that's cool, but you don't want to be walking around and doing your day-by-day activities and doing that, because then people can notice that energy, and then they won't want to be around it. And when they're not around it, then you're not doing well. And if you're not doing well, then guess what? You're not winning. You're not winning games, and we want to win games. Because what are we trying to do at the end of the day? We're trying to win the Super Bowl. We're trying to win the NBA championship. We're trying to win the World Series, okay? Which is going on right now. I'm missing Game 5 for us. Because, listen, a coach has its job. I have a job, okay? I can't neglect my team just because I want to watch Game 5 of the World Series. I can't. So I'm still focused here for you guys. I'm here to like help you get better. Remember, hashtag questions to the Takeover Pod on Twitter. If you have questions or anything that you need help, that you need to be coached through, I can do it. There's nothing I can't coach you through. I'll tell you that right now. Name it. You got attacked by a bear. You ate too many berries and you're sick. You jumped off the diving board and you had a bad splash. Your splash was sloppy. You were jogging and you ran out of breath and you couldn't finish. You failed at making a peanut butter jelly sandwich, which is almost impossible if you started from the beginning. If you're new to the Takeover Pod, start from week 1, because that's the basic information of all of this. Everything starts from the root, and the root of the Takeover Pod is how to correctly make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Hike. So think about that. Okay. Now we're going to look at some things. A couple weeks ago, I was in Vegas, and I was with my buddy Amir K. He's another very funny comic. And, you could give him a shout-out if you want. You could go to his Instagram and go, hey, Michael from the Takeover sent me. Coach Lenoci sent me. And we love it, and we're part of the team, and we want to let you know that we support you. So Amir K, that's his name. We were in Vegas, and we hit up a buffet. We hit up Caesar Palace Buffet. Now, I'm a big buffet guy. And the reason I'm a big buffet guy is because I like a variety. I like a variety of things because it's complicated. And then you got to make game time decisions. It's like, where do I start? What do I take? What do I not take? How many plates do I go? Do I stuff myself for dessert or do I save room for dessert? These are all questions you got to ask yourself when you're at a buffet, okay? Now, if you're not a buffet fan, that's okay, but you still experience buffets. Let's not lie. Let's say I've never experienced a buffet. If you've never experienced a buffet, then that's your job this week. If you're on my team, if you're going to be on my fucking team, and I don't want to get heated, but if you're going to be on my fucking team, then you're going to experience a buffet. If you've never experienced a buffet, then that's your job this week. And I'm not going to repeat myself. That's your job. And if I find out you didn't do it, there's going to be disciplinary actions. Okay? You're going to run extra laps. We're going to be running a lot of extra laps or push-ups, or you know what? You're not going to get a day off this week. I'll tell you that. There's no going out. You're not going out this weekend if you don't fucking try a buffet. That's your goal. I want everyone to tweet a picture to the Takeover pod of the buffet you're at if you haven't done a buffet. This is only if you have it. I'm not saying you have to go to a buffet this week if you've never been to a buffet, which would be crazy because you're like an adult. If you can download an app on a phone or if you can listen to a podcast, you're old enough to have tried a buffet. So if you haven't, that's your goal. I want to see the picture of the buffet. Now you can send a picture of the buffet even if you've done a buffet and you just are in the mood for a buffet because I bring it up. But I'll tell you what, dude, buffets are not easy. You got to be experienced with a buffet. You don't just walk in and just do whatever you want. That's not how fucking things work, dude. I'll tell you right now. First of all, you do the walk around when you get to a buffet. You enter a buffet. You enter a buffet, right? We're there. You get first of all, if you ever go to a buffet, you walk in, you pay first, and then they give you your table. Don't you ever fucking sit down at that table. Nobody sits down at the table for a buffet, okay? That's the rule, okay? Bill Belichick has never sat down before the buffet starts, okay? Nobody does. Nobody, okay. Dante Hall. You remember Dante Hall from Kansas City? All the punt returns, okay? Or let's say Corey Dillon, running back for the Cincinnati Bengals. These are perfect examples of winners. They don't fucking sit down at the table before checking out the buffet. You get your table. They go, hey, this is your table. You check in. You go, okay, cool. Like any athlete, you get to the stadium, you check it out, all right? You check your table out. You see it. Then you go. Now you're walking around, right? We're walking around the buffet and we're observing. We got to see what our game plan is, okay? You don't just fucking go in and grab a plate and start grabbing. You don't fucking do that. Hold on. I'll tell you this right now. If you see somebody go to a buffet and just start grabbing, that's amateur hour. They're not on this team. They're not on this fucking team. I'll tell you that right now. You're not on my fucking team if you're just grabbing. You got to walk the buffet, dude. You walk the buffet. You got to have patience. Perseverance. That's what that is, dude. That's what winners are made out of. They fucking get to a buffet and they scope it out, dude. You got to scope everything out. You got to make sure you know your opponent. You got to know what you're working with, dude. If you want to win at a buffet, you have to scope it out. You cannot just fucking go in there with your head down and run through it. That's what a fucking loser will do. I'll tell you that right now. You scope it out. You got to see what you're going to go after, okay? I'll tell you what a lot of rookies make mistakes at. They go in with their head down. They start grabbing right away. They see something they love. They're suckers. They went in. They start grabbing. And what's happening right now? They're fucking missing out. They already are filling up their plate with bullshit, okay? You don't want that. First of all, what's your end goal? Are you trying to get your money's worth? Are you trying to fucking say you won? Because that's the goal. The goal is you win because buffets are going to be a little pricier. If you're going to a cheap buffet, put your head down, but that's just practice. You're going to like a Golden Corral, that's practice. You're going to a Sweet Tomato, that's nothing. You're talking about a buffet in Vegas? Yo, you're spending $80. So you better fucking scope it out, dude. Are you getting your money's worth? You better hope just because you got one fucking filet, you think you got your money's worth? No, you didn't. A filet is a good choice, though. It's a high-priced meat. So think about that. You want to scope it out. I'll tell you what. You don't grab fucking bread. You don't grab cheese. You don't grab pizza. You don't grab anything American, like a typical American shit, a cheeseburger. You don't grab that shit, dude. Okay? Is there fish? Scope out. Is there fish? Is there crabs? Is there crab legs? lobster? Is there steak? Is there salmon? Let's get the high price things first. You're starting. Here's a mistake people make at buffets. They go for the shitty, crappy food that looks tasty, but the trick is you want to go healthy and go with like protein. Protein first. You want to fill up on protein and then work your way down to the side stuff like, little fun mac and cheese on the side, mac and cheese balls, sushi rolls, stuff like that. That's next. But you're starting off with filet. You're starting off with maybe they got lobster, maybe they got crab if they have fish, if oyster. If you're into oysters, not everybody's into that shit, but like that's the kind of shit you want to start off with, okay? So just know that going in. You don't no bread. Get bread out of there. We're not touching anything bread. No cornbread. We're not touching fucking sandwiches with bread. Most sandwiches have bread because that's what makes it a sandwich. You know what I mean? Like pastas. Why are we fucking with pasta? You know what pasta tastes like. So just know that going in. You got to be smart about it. So I'm at this buffet. We're at Caesar Salad. We're at Caesar Salad buffet. No, we're at Caesar's Palace buffet. All right, and I'm with Amir, and we sit down, and my goal is to win. I gotta win, dude. I gotta win because I wanna be a winner. Okay, and it was close for me. I'll tell you this right now before I go into where I made some mistakes. I made mistakes, and I'm not a rookie. Amir won. Like Amir went in to the buffet, and he basically blew it out. Like if there was a score for Amir for the buffet, it was like I'm not exaggerating. He won like 63-14. That's a blowout, dude. I mean, bro, he had his third string in there. He had backups all over, just fucking going. Because he started right. He started with like crab legs, lobster, a filet. I mean, dude, the guy was murdering it, dude. It was a killer. Guess what I did? I didn't do rookie mistakes, but I went through, scoped it out. I did some barbecue. Now, I went with a barbecue section. Everybody knows barbecue's fucking good. You got pork. You got, ribeye. You got, like just a typical pork man. There's hush puppies, like stuff like that, like which I shouldn't have. I even grabbed some potato skin fries, first of all, like special curly fries, which is weak. I shouldn't have done the fries, but I love fries. Everybody loves fries, but you can get fries anywhere, and they know they're gonna fill you up. So that's kind of like a mistake I made. So I already out the gates was already a little behind, but then like I went with like some hush puppies and then like sausage links, like typical stuff that's not always winning. The thing was, I pushed myself beyond where I could go. I made sure I got some of the seafood, did some sushi. I made sure I was full at the end to where when I got dessert, I had a buffet of dessert on my plate where I was like nibbling at everything. It was a close game. It was probably like 42-38. Like I won. I barely won. I did win, though. I'm not going to lie. I won. If I lost, I would say I lost. I didn't lose, but I barely won. I barely won, and I'm disappointed about that because I made some mistakes. But that's why I'm here to coach you guys, because I don't want you to make the same mistakes at a buffet. You just got to be smart about it. Like, there's certain things that are good, but they fill you up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just I can't even think of some shit that I was, like, grabbing. Like, like maybe they had these little, potato skins with, like, baking on them. Like, I fell for that. Like, you know what that tastes like. Or like, I went with, I got some meatballs. Now, I'm not hating on meatballs, but like, meatballs are going to fill you up. And it's not buffets will have an Italian section, but they don't do it right. You know what I mean? Like when you want Italian, you go to a nice Italian restaurant. Buffets, you want to fucking really, you want to go with the protein, like the high proteins, like the sliced meat or the steaks or the fish. So I made some mistakes early on, but I was able to overcome some of the turnovers I made. And even in the dessert area, which I would say is the special teams of a buffet, I fucked up a little bit. I didn't kill it because I didn't have enough room because I was trying to make sure I won. Now, I could have killed the dessert, but the dessert is cheap. So you don't really want to put all your work into dessert. You want to put it in the proteins. So that's why. But I hope we all are on the same page when it comes to buffets. And I'm sorry if I got a little angry against you guys, but I just want you to be focused when it comes to shit like that. You know what I mean? And that's, I'm just being honest. So sorry, I got a text message. Sometimes I get text messages during the podcast, and it's like, should I not be on my phone? But I need to be on my phone because I gotta be here for you guys. So, and couple announcements. We got Boston coming up February 12th. Tickets have been sold, so that's good. They're moving. Again, if you live in the Boston or surrounding area and you want to come see me at Laugh Boston, get tickets through my website, michaellenoci.com. If you show me you got tickets early, I will send you some dick towels. This is my merch, or Guys Night Out podcast shirts, whatever you want, I'm really... And I'll send you some merch if you get those tickets. I'd love to see my Boston following come out and support. That would be really cool. Okay. Before we go into the quote of the week, there's certain things we could go into. Check out the Patreon. We got a new Patreon subscriber, so that's cool. Not everybody has to do it, and I don't, because I know what the Patreon is. It's just like you're basically begging for money, I feel like, and I don't feel guilty about it. It's just like part of the game. It's like what comedians do with their podcast. But there is a tier of the Patreon where, like, if you spend, I think, $10 a month, you get an extra episode a month that will come out for you guys. The other ones are just like $1 or $5, and you get a producer credit on the YouTube showing and on the Apple Music one. So nothing big. You're on the team already. That's just extra shit. If you want to do it, do it. I don't care to fucking beg for that shit. It's not going to change my life. It's just like whatever. It's to pay for my meals at diners and stuff. Nah, it's to make me feel like I'm doing this for a reason, as this will blow up. One day we'll have sponsors and I won't even have to do that. By the way, this is how you hold a ball. This is a smaller ball, obviously, but if you're a quarterback, this is how you hold it. If you're watching, sorry. If you're listening, you got your index finger kind of near the tail end of the ball. And my only two fingers really on the laces are my ring finger and pinky. And that's just like a good grip to have. If you're a quarterback, you know that. Okay, let's talk about flakes. Now, flakes, I don't like flakes. And I don't like flaking myself, and I don't flake myself a lot because why? I don't make plans. I don't like making plans because I don't want to flake. And I don't like making plans because I don't know how I'm going to feel in that moment. Now, I make obviously plans if I have to. But if someone's like, hey, why don't we grab lunch on Thursday? And today's Sunday right now. I'm not going to commit to that because I don't know if I'm going to feel like getting lunch on Thursday. And that sounds ridiculous, but it's better than being a flake. Can we agree on that? It's just a good strategy to have. All right. Now, I'm more of like, why don't you text me the day of and we'll see what's up? I'm not saying that that's bad and I'm not saying that's good, but that's how we're going to kind of run this organization. And one day we're going to have the GM on here and we'll have the owner. And I want you team players to be like that too. I don't think we should be making plans necessarily if we don't have to. If we're making ridiculous plans, you're going to lead to flakes. And we don't want flakes on this team. I think flaking, being a flake is worse than being somebody who doesn't want to make plans. That's how I see it. Some of you guys are like, this is ridiculous. He doesn't want to make plans. No, I'm not saying that. I plan, they could be loose plans. Like I plan on going to the gym Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week. I plan on going to the gym the next 4 days after today, right? Do I know what time? No. Specifically, I don't know what time. So, but I still plan on going. Those are loose plans. Like I could talk to someone and be like, hey, let's grab coffee this week. Sure. I'll grab coffee with you. I don't know when because I don't want to make set plans because what if I don't want to in that moment? That makes me not a flake. I'll grab coffee with you this week and I'll talk to you on Monday. Monday we talk. Guess what? Hey, I feel like getting coffee today. Can you meet me now? If they can't, then that's fine. Then it's not meant to be. But I think I'd rather us be planning loosely rather than being a flake. And I think that's something we could spread around. And I think winners in the end are not flakes. That's what I can promise you. I can promise you if we're winning in life, we're not flaking. So let's avoid flaking. So how do we avoid flaking? By making plans, really. It's that simple. And as I say it out loud, I'm like, wow, that's actually brilliant. That's a brilliant idea. I surprise myself every day. See, even as a coach, you learn. I'm one of the youngest coaches in the game. I'm 35. That's young. There's a 30-year-old coach right now, and he's for the Rams. That's fine. But I'm a little bit older, but I'm still learning too. We're all learning, dude. We're all learning as a team. My back itches, dude. All right. Oh, you know what, dude? Here's another thing too. People will be like, they'll say to me this shit. Like, and this fucking will piss me off because it's like, guys, you don't think I know? Like, I have an idea of what we're right on schedule, what we're supposed to be doing. And this is like, I don't know how this would relate to something in your life, but like a lot of people know I'm a big Miami Dolphins fan. We're 0-6. We might go 0-7 tomorrow. We might not. Either way, I'll see people and they'll be like, oh man, I'm sorry about the Dolphins, dude. I'm really sorry about the Dolphins. What are you saying? You're sorry about the Dolphins. What are you saying when I hear you say I'm sorry about the Dolphins? You know what I hear? You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing you think that I thought we were going to be good. So then if you think that, then you're calling me stupid to my face. Is that what you're doing? So next time someone goes, hey man, sorry about the Dolphins, I'm hearing, oh, you're a stupid idiot. You're calling me a stupid idiot. Why? Because you think I thought we were going to be good. No, I know we're 0-6. 6 months ago, I knew we would be 0-6. This is part of the plan. I don't need you to apologize because the Dolphins are 0-6. That's what we were supposed to do. We're supposed to be 0-6. We're supposed to go 1-15, actually. That's the best case scenario for us. 0-16 stings, but I'll still take it. 1-15, beautiful season. That's what we're supposed to do. I don't need you to apologize that the Dolphins are not having a good year. I knew this was going to happen. I'm not surprised by it. So fucking save your shit, chat, and don't say that to me. That's an insult. You're basically calling me an idiot. I know we're bad. I don't need an apology. I was expecting this. Why do you not know that? Do you not watch football? Do you not know how football works? I know how it works. I don't need you to fucking tell me sorry. Our game plan is to lose so we get the first pick. So we could pick Tua. He plays for Alabama. I can't say Tua's last name. I should learn soon. It's Tua Tagovailoa. I can't say it. So I go with Tua. I watch film on him. I watch his interviews. Seems like a good guy. That's what our goal is. That's my goal. My Super Bowl, first overall pick and getting Tua. Tua Tagovailoa. I can't say his name, and it bothers me. If I just had, even when they say it and I'm listening to the game, they're always like, Tua Taga. They even say Tua because they're even like, this is too much. Tua Tagovailoa. Tua Tagovailoa. I'm not even trying to be funny. Look, I'll pull up his name and I'll sound it out, dude. This is going to be me, honestly, sounding out. I'm going to sound it out. I'm going to sound out his name. Tua Tagovailoa. Tua Tagovailoa. Tua Tagovailoa. Pronounce it for me. What if I type in that, pronounce it for me in Google? Look, there's even a video right here of people trying to pronounce his name. You brought your problems to my town. We got a commercial first, but when it comes up, we'll hear what they say. It's really difficult to say. And even if you're not a fan of sports or football, why are you listening to this? But also try to say the name with me. Ready? Alabama.
He's an incoming freshman.
Yeah, he'll be here next year.
Just look it around, dude.
Toss.
Tagovailoa, quarterback from Hawaii.
Can Siri pronounce words?
Tua Tagovailoa.
Hey Siri, can you pronounce Tua Tagovailoa?
Tagavalia.
Ta Tagavala. Twa Tagavalia.
Tagavalia.
No.
It's Hawaiian. Think Hawaiian. What's his first name? Tua. Ta. You was silent.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Tagavalio.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Twa. People are going twa.
Ta Tagavalioa.
Tagavaliola.
Do you know how to pronounce this?
Tua
Tua?
Tongo Vailoa.
Oh my goodness. There's no N. There's T-A-G.
Tonga Valoa. Yay! Tonga.
Tangavaloya. I can't even say it, and she's saying it right. Tangavaloya. All right, here's how his name is spelled. Tua is his first name, Tua, and his last name is Tagovailoa. Bro, even people at Alabama can't even say his last name. Well, I don't know why they would be able to say it easier than me, but it's not that easy, basically. Okay, Tua Tagovailoa. So, whatever. That's hard, but people need to know that's what's up. So I want you to know that, and basically that's what's up. So I hope you guys are happy with that. Okay, I hope you're fucking happy to know that I can't pronounce my future quarterback's team. All right, let's get to the fucking quote of the week very fast. Here we go. Here's our quote of the week. And I don't want to blow your mind away with this, but okay, here we go. Create the highest, grandest vision possible for your life because you become what you believe. Is that not something I press for every week? Is that not? That's why I got Baker's back. When we were talking about Baker Mayfield earlier, that's why. Because why? Because he's the man, dude. We want him to be the fucking man. We believe in him at the highest level. He believes in himself. All right? If you believe in yourself at the highest level, you'll get to that point. And that's where I need you guys to be. I'll do it again with you. Create the highest, grandest vision possible for your life because you become what you believe. MVP. Do you believe you're the MVP? Then you'll become the MVP. You got to think that way. I got to think I'm the funniest motherfucker in the world because then you become the funniest motherfucker in the world. I'm the best salesman in the world. Then you become the best salesman. I'm the best nurse ever. It's not a competition, but there's a fucking nurse out there that's the best, and that's you because of the way you believe in it. Think about that. Think about that. That's the game, baby. That's the fucking game. I got to cut us short this week, guys. We got a big travel week, but I'll be back. I want you guys to know I love you. Leave the 5-star reviews. Check out the Patreon. Keep supporting. #Takeover Pod. Thanks for being here for me. I love you guys, and I hope you enjoy everything so far.